Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. I hope everything is good for you. Please do let me know in the comments down below. Today, for the first time, not the first time, but kind of the first time on the shed, we have a tool unboxing. This is the Evolution RAGE3 miter saw, and this has been on my radar for a while. Last year, if you remember, my miter saw blew up and I needed a new one. And so, knowing about this saw, I reached out to Evolution and said, hey, do you want to work together? And it's taken a while for that to come to terms, but here we are. Right off the bat, I want to let you know that this saw was given to me by Evolution. That's it. This is not a paid review. This is not a sponsored video or anything of that nature, but they did give me the saw for me to use and, you know, show you. So I'm going to do that because it's awesome. What makes this saw so special, this is a 10-inch compound sliding miter saw. What that means is it cuts a whole bunch of different angles, but this saw cuts not only wood, it'll also cut steel. And that's amazing, right? So a normal wood saw, you could cut plastics and some thin aluminum. You wouldn't want to go too hog wild with aluminum, but you could never cut steel. This saw does just that. And it accomplishes it with some innovation. So, hell, let's just unbox it. I'm really excited to have it because I'm really, as I've told you, excited to get to do some welding. And so soon, because we have this thing now, I don't have an excuse, we're going to build a miter saw station for this, and I'm going to make it out of steel. So we'll see what happens. So here we go. Let's see what's in here. God. Okay. Well, there's a box of stuff. All right. Here we have what appears to be rails. We have some manuals. Who needs manuals? I'm going to guess that's the saw blade. We have a dust sock, or a dust collection sock, whatever you want to call it. Move this so you get some more light in here. Piece of plastic and some knobs. And a little lens thingy, okay. So, not sure what this is yet. We'll figure that out later. But it looks like it goes together. So I'm going to put it together so I don't lose the parts. These look like work supports. I'm not a fan of these at all on any miter saw I've ever owned. They're never useful. Here we have some more knobs, some sort of bushing. I'm going to guess that that is that probably goes there, and that's probably the miter adjustment lever knob lock thing. Here we have some pieces of plastic. This looks like maybe a stopper and an adapter for dust collection. The important part is what's in here. Oh my! That thing looks pretty. Let me get it down on the floor, get it out of the box, and we'll start putting it together. Okay, everything came nice and secured with extra foam blocks holding everything together. First note when taking it out of the box is just how light this base is. I believe this is cast aluminum. I don't think it's magnesium. I'm not going to set it on fire to find out. Wow. That top plate is extremely thin. Almost concerningly thin. That's strange. But, again, that's not really going to be holding a whole lot of weight. We're going to build a stand to hold the weight of the material. So, really, as long as it's flat, that's all I care about. Very nice finish on it. Like a machined finish. Very nice. Overall, looks awesome. High quality. I don't know. We haven't seen that yet. So, the motor housing assembly is here. This is all one piece, which is nice. Looks like it's just going to slip onto our rails. Nice metal blade guard, which is probably important for cutting hot chunks of steel. That's all fine and dandy, but let's see if we can get this thing put together. Where'd I put the... Okay, so this company it's obviously been dudified. We have this huge instruction manual, 3 different languages, super thick, whatever. We have this pretty decently sized assembly guide, whatever. Some warranty information, a laser alignment jig, so I guess it has a laser, I didn't even know that. But what's super special is on the miter saw packaging is the assembly guide in 6 easy pictures. Now, step 1 does say remove contents from the packaging, find and read the assembly guide, but we're just gonna skip that step. We don't need to go there. So we'll start with step 2, and step 2 is installing the miter lock handle and the positive. Okay, very nice. That's on there. And this has to be, yeah, that's definitely going to be for that. And it looks like this steel bushing that came in the kit goes on here because this can't go in very, let me see. It can't go in very far. So I think that steel bushing is to keep you from cranking down on it. Why they didn't just make it shorter, I'm not sure, but yeah, that's definitely what that's for. So see, we don't need these. We don't need no instructions. Step 2, adjust the bevel neck degree to 0 and lock it in place. Nice plastic knob there. It feels solid. This is cast aluminum. And 2 good positive stops at 0 and 45. I don't know if those have been adjusted at all from the factory. I would assume they're not, or they're just eyeballed. So we'll have to actually someday set this thing up, but we're going to put that on. Insert slide carriage into bevel neck the correct way around. What do we have in here? We just have some linear bearings in here. Oh, they're plastic. Plastic linear bearings. There's 2 for each side. They're only about maybe 1.5 inches long, and 2 felt scrubbers in front of them. Right way around. Okay, we have 2 arrows here. One's red, one's white, which seems to correspond with the ends on here. Not sure what that does, but we'll put those in. It does say the right way around. Okay, so that's in. Bearings feel a little bit funny. There is a significant amount of play here. I don't know if that means anything to you or not, but there is quite a bit of play going on there. Okay. Connect the cutting head to the slide carriage arms. Ensure positive locating lug deployment. Oh, that must be these things. So it's got 2 little... Oh, yeah. 2 little detents there. I don't know how they work. Oh, okay. Push on this when it goes... I'm assuming when it seats on the saw head. Boop. That's pretty cool. Now how do I get it to... Oh, okay. Yeah, so those must be the locking lugs. So we're going to put the saw head on. Oh, okay. Yep, that one's locked, and that one is not locked. So... Oh, there we go. Okay, it's locked. All right, first thing I noticed that I absolutely love is that this handle... Yeah, any hand. Sometimes I need to cut from the right side, and reaching across the guard to grab the thing sucks. Connect the cable, deploy stabilizing arm, carry out safety check. Only fit the blade after all safety checks have been successfully completed. Yeah, we're going to do that. Promise. I promise. Promise. Okay, cable. Up comes the little cable thing here, and there's a spot for it here, so that's nice. It goes on the arm, so you're not dragging this cable around here into your workpiece. That keeps the cable nicely out of the way. Oh, sitting off the base. Okay. All right. That's a nice, very nice move. Got positive stops at 15, 22 and a half, 30, and 45. So some good angles there. no play once that's locked down. The saw head has quite a bit of deflection in it. Not any more than other miter saws I've played with, but it is moving quite a bit. If I push it all the way in, it doesn't help at all. There's a whole lot of deflection going on here. I mean, we're talking a few millimeters out here at this end. That's okay. It's okay. It's all right. You know what I'm mainly going to be using this thing for is cutting steel. And when you're cutting steel, precision is not super important because you can always just put more weld on, right? Okay, we have a standard little workpiece hold down that I never use. So we'll go ahead and put that aside. Dust collection, yeah. There's a dust collection adapter, and this looks like a plug. Not sure why you would plug up your dust collection. And we have a nice little catch sock here. That seems fine. 2 Allen wrenches. Oh, okay. Standard little work support wings that slide in here. I really don't. These things are, on every other saw I've ever used, they're completely useless to me. They're not in line with this usually. Let's see on this saw if they are. They're very far below the surface. So they serve absolutely no function other than to take up space. So I very rarely keep these on here. And that's why we're going to build a miter saw station. It does look like, though, is this a, oh yeah, cool. This is a stop block, ABS plastic stop block that you could put on here, and then you can make repeatable cuts. So that's nice. That's actually a very nice feature. And the last thing that we have is, this looks like just a piece of plastic. Oh, that might be the laser. Oh, yep, that's a laser cap. That's a lens cap for the laser. So I guess in case you screw your lens cap up or get it hot. So that's cool. First impressions, I'm pretty impressed so far. The miter gauge here is super big, easy to read numbers, extremely positive stops. They're completely not adjustable because they're just huge notches. Very nice little readout. So that's cool. You have a, let's see if I can show you any of this on camera. You have a nice depth stop in case you want to cut, you know, dados or something with this thing. And it locks in and out, so that's cool. Sliding function. Oh. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. That's smooth. That's like smooth jazz. That's a good feel. That's a good feeling sliding function. Good positive stops for this rotation. I'm not positive how we would go about adjusting the miter. I mean, there simply has to be an adjustment here somewhere. I don't see it though. On my saw, it was all done here with the locking lever. I'm not sure how it's going to be done on this particular saw, but it looks, I mean, I know it's adjustable. I just have to figure out how we go about adjusting the actual angles. We've got this weird foot thing back here. I don't know what the hell that does. I mean, it's a centimeter off the table. I'm not sure what the heck that's supposed to do. But it's there in case you want to use it for something. I don't know. So the one thing that makes this, I don't know that I mentioned it, the one thing that makes this saw different is that it does take specific blades. You have to use their blades. And they are a 10-inch 1-inch arbor blade. So compare that to a regular saw blade has a 5/8 arbor. This saw blade has a 1-inch arbor. So there's the difference. This will not go on a normal saw, and a normal saw blade will not go on here. You're going to have to get 1-inch blades, and they're a specific type of blade because this can cut metal, and because this saw runs at a very slow speed, it has to keep it safe. Basically, you have to use their saw blades. And these are a weird design. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but in front of the tooth, there's like a chip breaker or something. I'm not really sure exactly what this is. Almost like a little hammer, I guess, to like beat shavings out of the way. I don't know what that does. I'm not an engineer. So 1-inch blades. That goes in there. Normal. The shaft looks normal. It looks like you could replace that arbor piece and put different size blades on here. You might be able to put a regular size blade on it if you could get the arbor piece. That doesn't work. Alright, where is my... Oh, okay. Nice positive stop on the blade lock. So there we go. Got that in place. I mean, it looks good. This looks like a quality piece of equipment. And until I've used it quite a bit, I'm not going to be able to give you a honest, full review. But let's fire it up and see what happens. First thing I noticed right off the bat, this has like a slow start. So pulling the trigger does nothing. You got to hold it down. There we go. Smell of a new tool. So, I know it's boring, but we have to see it. I'm going to start off with a piece of just oak, and we're going to give it a nice cut and see what kind of a cut we get out of this little blade here. Now that cut probably blew my microphone out, but it is noticeably slower. You can hear the RPMs, but I got a super, super clean cut there. Very nice off that fresh blade. Very little tear out except for on the back where there's no protection. I mean, that finish is gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful cut on that. But I know we don't want to see that. We want to see some steel. I took off the dust sock to be safe. What we have here is some 1/8 inch or maybe 3/16 angle. There is a recommendation that you don't cut anything bigger than 1/4 inch thick. So, you know, obviously always adhere to all safety recommendations from your tool manufacturer. Wear your safety glasses, wear protective equipment. Let's see what this bad boy does. Whoo boy, those pieces sting. Here's the awesome part. I just cut this piece of metal. Super clean finish, super clean edge. It's not even worn. Now the chips coming off, landing on my arm, they hurt quite a bit, actually. They sting. But this cut is completely cold. Beautiful finish. I mean, absolutely marvelous. That is amazing in my opinion. So, obviously, one cut doesn't a saw make. We're going to have to do quite a bit of work with this bad boy to make a determination, but we'll do that soon. We will come to terms with this saw in a future episode of Chevee Builds. We'll make some fun stuff. But for now, thanks for hanging out. As always, I really appreciate having you guys here. If you liked my content, please give me a thumbs up. If you think you know somebody who'd be interested in this saw, please share the video so they can see what they're getting out of the box. Thank you, Evolution, for the saw. I can't wait to put it to good use, making some workbenches and whatever the heck else I can come up with. Yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know how your day's going. See you guys tomorrow.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from Wikipedia. What color are grapes? I feel like if you had to search that, you might want to get your eyes checked. Grapes are a type of fruit that grow in clusters of 15 to 300 and can be crimson, black, dark blue, yellow, green, orange, and pink. Quote, white grapes are actually green in color and are evolutionarily derived from the purple grape. Again, maybe you should have a colorblind test.